That's why the Niger government rejects the baseless allegations made by the head of the American delegation, alleging that he signed a secret deal on uranium with the Islamic Republic of Iran. This cynical approach is usually used to discredit, demonize, and justify their threats against states.
So guys, welcome again to another episode of WSXM. So let's just jump right into it. Niger, tell the Americans, effective immediately, you must leave Niger. Not a drawdown, not a exit date. Effective immediately. So basically that means you're getting days to leave. Pack up your base, leave. But let's hear why the junta was so upset with the Americans. Take a listen.
In terms of protocol, the arrival of the American delegation did not comply with diplomatic customs. Indeed, it was unilaterally, through a diplomatic note, that the American government informed the Nigerian government of the arrival date and composition of its delegation, as well as meeting with the authorities of Niger, without specifying. Concerning the purpose of his visit, it is therefore out of courtesy and following our ancient traditions of welcome and hospitality that the government succeeded with the American delegation.
Let me just stop it right there quick. I just want to say this. You see the arrogance of the Americans? Just to get the meeting, they are already acting as if they run things. They are the ones that if they say jump, they say how high. Like if they say move left, you have to move left. Listen, the world doesn't work like that. The world does not work like that anymore. So the president is saying they did not follow proper protocols. They did not go to diplomatic channels to set up this meeting. They just pop up, show up, and say, "Hey, we come to see you. We come to talk to you about certain things. We're not going to tell you what the meeting is about or what the subject matter is. Just come, let's talk, and then you find out in the meeting." That's disrespectful. You can't tell our leader of a country he just shut up and listen. No, it doesn't work like that. That's basically what they said. They come, shut up and listen to what we have to say. Don't matter about protocol. We don't follow protocols. We're the US. We say and do what we want wherever we go. But it doesn't work like that. Those days are over. Done. So anyway, let's kind of listen and get some more from this meeting.
The head of state, as expressed in his address to the nation on August 19, 2023, on the selection of diplomatic, strategic, and military partners, the government of Niger regrets the stance of the American delegation to deny the sovereign Nigerian people the right to choose their partners and the types of partnerships that can help them to truly fight against terrorism. Even as the United States of America, they have unilaterally decided to suspend all cooperation between our two countries. Also, the government of Niger strongly condemns the condescending attitude led to the threat of retaliation from the head of the American delegation. Regarding the government and the people of Niger, this attitude is likely to undermine the quality of our centuries-old relations and erode trust between our two governments, already initiated by the events of October 19, 2023. Regarding the specific cases of the Russian Federation and the Islamic Republic of Iran, two countries with the school, Niger has maintained diplomatic relations for several decades, which particularly interest the United States of America. The government wishes to inform the Nigerian people and of all the peoples of the international community who have never signed a secret agreement with these partner countries. All agreements signed by Niger since the establishment of the National Council for the Defense of the Homeland respect international rights and transparency rules. That's why the Niger government rejects the baseless allegations made by the head of the American delegation, alleging that he signed a secret deal on uranium with the Islamic Republic of Iran. This cynical approach is usually used to discredit, demonize, and justify their threats against states.
So, what do you think about that, guys? The Americans is telling Niger to cut ties with Russia and Iran, but it's like it boggles my mind how the Americans, politicians act this way. The French try the same thing to bully Niger, with joining up with Nigeria and Senegal to try to invade. It didn't work. This the ECOWAS group kicked these three Sahel countries, including Niger, out of the ECOWAS. They sanctioned them heavily, blocked their borders, closed their ports to Niger. That never worked. Who do you think you are to come and tell these people they have to cut ties with the people who have been helping them through this whole ordeal, even since 10, 20 years ago, while you Americans came in, build a base that worth over 100 million in Niger just because just because of its strategic location on the continent, where it's more you have access to Libya, to Egypt, Morocco, Nigeria is right next door. You have Chad. You know, it's like it's a center of everywhere they want to all who they want to spy on basically. And that's the only reason they're there to spy and to attack. And their excuse was to come and help with terrorism. But listen, and trade with and the military. How is it you have a drone? You have drones, $100 million base. You have satellites, and you cannot find these terrorists all these years. Why? Terrorism attack have risen since 2010, and this is why they had a, this is the reason why a puppet president is not good because the president before, that's him there. He was a president in Chad who gave them the rights to build their base in Niger. But take a listen to this army, one of these army guys who work on the base. Listen to what they said, how much the base cost, and why it was so, why. Take a listen. Boom.
Feet of asphalt runway in the middle of the Trans-Sahel region. Air Force has ever been involved in. In fact, it's the largest military troop labor project in Air Force history.
So there you have it. It's the first of its kind aviation. It's the biggest. But and you see the drones. Let's take a look at this drone right there, quick and fast. That's a drone right there, and it's a Reaper drone. And it's an attack drone. So let me show you some pictures, some more pictures of it. That's the base there. That's the inside of it. That's the that's the flag you see there with Niger and the US, and that's a aerial view of it. So yeah. So anyway, let's get back into this. So the Americans spend $100 million on a base, but they spend no money infrastructurally towards the nation to help build roads or to do any kind of infrastructure work. Nothing. But you're there for all these years, and you're gonna come and threaten, as the president said. They came in the meeting threatening them, say if you don't cut ties with Russia or Iran, this will happen and that will happen. I'm telling you, the Americans, I don't know what they are thinking. They think this is the old Africa where you can pay off presidents, and because they did pay off presidents, but now those days are done. This is a new generation of presidents. Macron tried to bribe the said president with 100 million euros. He turned it down, and he broadcasted that Macron tried to bribe him with 100 million. That's a lot of money, but that's what they did in um previous presidency. They go, bribe them, get what they want, and then leave. But in this case, Abraham Traore had set, and the Niger junta and Burkina and Mali, they have set um, a blueprint of how a president should be. And this is going to force other presidents who should take money from these people to now have to reject it because there's no reason to. And now you can know who are puppets and who are not. So yeah, I love this because effective immediately you must leave. Take up your $100 million base and go because all you do is just come, take up the space, and did you know that any base at all in any country that the Americans have, the soldiers cannot get in trouble for nothing at all. If they unalive someone in a country, you cannot touch them. If they grape someone in a country, you cannot touch them. If they beat someone badly, you cannot touch them. Whatever they do, if they steal, no matter what they do, you cannot touch them. You have to report them to the base, and then the base handle it. You cannot arrest them. You cannot lock them up. So, what are the benefits of you being there if You're not helping the terrorism because there's been more attack and more killing since you guys been there. Since 2010 to 2022, the rise of it is since the Sahel countries join together and have one army. Is now that they are pushing back on the these groups. But how is it you have modern weapons, satellite, drones, you have what you call spies, you have all different kind of technology. You cannot find these guys who don't have these things. That's not normal. It's either you are incompetent or you are there to help destabilize the country, which is what they was typically there for. American bases do not help no country they are in. Name one, they have never aided a country to get better through their history. So that's what they do. So anyway, big ups to the Niger Juntas. I love this. This is and Burkina and Mali already kicked them out. So now this is the last straw. And this is a very big straw because what? They have drones. Armed drones. And this is $100 million facility. That's mean they have a lot of technology in there. But now what? Dismantle it, take it, go with it, go find somewhere else. And leave us be. But this is what it should be. And it surprised me they went in this hostile knowing what these three Sahel countries are about. It boggles my mind. What are they thinking? Who are these advisors telling these people to go in this hostility? You don't see who these guys are? You can maybe you can try that with Nana Akufa or President Ramaphosa or President Ruto. Those you guys can try that way. They can talk to them what they feel like. But not these guys. These guys are military men. They stand firm, 10 toes deep, chest up. They cannot bully them. They cannot bribe them. So what? No, you're gonna suffer the consequences. So anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comment section. If you agree or disagree, as always, I respond. Tell a friend, like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Boom.